Hello, thank you, Jonathan. That's great. It was very much yours was focused on why, and I'm hopefully now going to show you how to get involved in activity. So, I work for Glasgow Life, and I'm going to be more concentrating on, and this will be quite Glasgow-based. So I know there's maybe some others in the room that are from other outlying areas, but what I'm talking about today will mostly be focused on the Glasgow area. So I'm looking to talk about the health and wellbeing opportunities that we offer in Glasgow Life. So, Glasgow Life, we do have 4 strategic priorities, and this one that's circled there, number 2, is that we're looking to improve the physical and mental wellbeing of local communities. And it's a major organisational priority, so we're looking to basically design and operate services to allow for prevention, early intervention, to reduce health inequalities, support inactive people and those who are underrepresented in our communities, and to allow them to become more physically active and connected. All right. So Glasgow Life, I don't know how much you would know about Glasgow Life, but it is an ALIO of the council, so it's an arm's length organisation, and it's split into different service areas. So we've got arts and music, museums, libraries, communities and sport, and each of those service areas offer things and services that to help with health and wellbeing. And I'm just going to give you a kind of whistle-stop tour of those areas and what's on offer in each area. So Glasgow Arts and Music, as you can see, there's a lot of offer. Now, this is not all the offer. As I say, this is a snapshot. I've worked for the company for 14 years, and I can't tell you that I even know everything that's on offer. So this is just a kind of whistle stop, as I say. So Arts and Music provide arts and cultural programming across Glasgow, and one of the programmes that they use to do that is called Artists and Communities, and that's engaging local communities across the city in creative and cultural workshops and activities, and that's free of charge across the city. They also provide workshops and talks, so that's like music archive drop-ins, so that's for people that can go along and chat about, like, so if it, maybe things from the past. So if it was my mum, she might go along with her Bay City Rollers ticket and her tartan scarf and want to chat about previous experiences at gigs and stuff like that. A few people were laughing there, no really, Bay City Rollers, no? Right, okay. So nobody would want to talk to my mum then when she goes to these sessions, because they don't want to talk about that. So that's the sort of thing, you can go along and just chat about your experiences at gigs and things like that. And there's also creative collaging workshops as well. There's also family activities and workshops, so that's Art for Baby, which is literally art workshops that you can take your wee one along to and get involved. There's family singing for fun, and there's creative playgroups as well. We've also got exhibitions at various venues, like the Tramway and the Goma. So just now, Tramway have got, I went to it with my family, like we were there for something else, and we went into this the other day, and there's this huge big exhibition just now. It's really difficult to explain, but it's amazing. It's really difficult to actually explain, but I would urge you to go along to the Tramway and have a look at this exhibition. There's concerts and live performances. One of the biggest things that Glasgow Life offers is Celtic Connections, and that is a music festival that celebrates Celtic music across the world, and it takes place in GL venues, and that's like the Glasgow Royal Concert Hall, the Old Fruit Market, the City Halls, and also in non-GL venues like the Barrowlands, St Luke's and SWG3, so it takes place across the city. And we've also got events and festivals like the Merchant City Festival and the Glasgow Mela, the Glasgow Mela is the biggest South Asian festival in the city, and it takes place in Gilville Grove Park. And this year it's taking place on Sunday the 5th of July. And it entails, international music, there's dance performances, there's creative workshops, etc. And that's free entry as well for anybody that's interested. Moving on to museums. As you'll know, there's a lot of museums in Glasgow. You've got the Kelvin Grove, the Goma, the Riverside, that's just a couple of them, the Borough, and they've got their permanent collections that will always be there when you go. But they've also got temporary exhibitions, like for example, the Kelvin Grove is very shortly going to have Barbie the exhibition, which is basically an exhibition of Barbie through the years. It's apparently really popular. We also do tours at all the different museums as well. Like for example, at the Borough, they do Borough Bites, and that is talks that are really focusing on one or two objects, and they'll chat about them, and it's a group-based thing, and it's free of charge. We've got wellbeing programmes that are offered by the Glasgow Museums called Feel Well, which is a 6-week block of sessions, and that includes wellbeing workshops, that's object handling, creative activities, and then community connection. And on the last week, they do a guided trip to one of the local museums, and again, that's free of charge. There's also object handling loan service, so there's 80 handling and reminiscence kits available, covering loads of different topics. Some of them, for example, would be childhood, sport, tenement life, and it's objects and photographs, and they can be loaned out to community organisations to just really start conversation and reminiscing in groups. And we also have family activities like Discover sessions and mini museum explorers, and that's really family sessions where you can come along and do object handling and creative activities. And there's also themed events, like for example, Back to the 80s or the Lunar New Year stuff that happened at the Riverside recently. In our library section, of course, we've got free book lending, book groups and reading challenges, and that's adult and children reading challenges that tend to happen during the summer holidays or the holiday times. There's also free access to computers, there's printing and Wi-Fi available in the libraries. If there's people that don't have connectivity in the house, they can come into the library and access those services. There's also digital support via DigiPals, so that's drop-in sessions that are volunteer-led, and that is where people can be assisted with using devices like computers, tablets, laptops, book readers and smartphones, and also how to access online activities, and again, that's free of charge. We've got winter warmer sessions, which is during the winter months when we know that people are potentially socially isolated, that they can come into the library at set times and get free tea and coffee and just sit for as long as they would like in the library during those sessions, and they can come along with someone or not, but it's just a time for people to come along and feel included and welcomed. And there's also Wintering Well boxes that were launched this year, which is a kit that includes a therapeutic lamp, which mimics sunlight, and a guide to indoor and outdoor activities that might help people feel a wee bit brighter during the winter months. And that's come about as a result of a research project on winter light and mental health led by the University of Glasgow and Edinburgh, and working with people from Glasgow who live with low winter mood. And we also have children and family activities taking place in the libraries as well. We've got book bugs, which is your kind of singing and activity sessions for carers and the young kids. We've got stay and play sessions, Lego clubs, we've got Code or Dojo clubs. There's loads of stuff going on in the libraries for families, and we've also got health and wellbeing support sessions. So Glasgow Life Libraries will host other organisations to come in and do drop-in sessions, like for example the RNID and the RNIB, which is the Institute for Deaf People and Institute for Blind People. There's Chest, Heart and Stroke will come in, infant feeding support groups, etc. will come in and host workshops in the libraries. Our community section, there's huge adult learning programmes. We've got ESOL, which is English for speakers of other languages. We've got literacy and numeracy programmes, again taking place across the city and free of charge. And the literacy and numeracy programmes are really there to help adults build confidence in reading, writing and spelling. We've also got child and family learning opportunities like Wee City, Big City, which is weekly arts, music and play sessions for parents and carers under the age of 5. Not carers under the age of 5, the kids under the age of 5. We've got youth programmes. For example, we offer a Community Achievement Award, which allows the youths to gain a qualification in the community. It's a Community Achievement Award, and that award is actually equivalent to a National 5 at school. So it's pretty useful for the young people. We've also got STEM and digital programmes, which focus on science, technology, engineering and maths. We have our community's Wellbeing programme, which is called Be Well, which includes library induction, digital skills training, adult learning workshops, financial guidance and engaging in community activities, just to try and gain valuable tools for everyday life really, and again that's free of charge. And we also have the People Make Glasgow Communities programme, which helps people access the community and organise things in their local community. And lastly, Glasgow Sports. This is the section that I work for, Glasgow Sports. So hopefully you would know in Glasgow we've got our Glasgow Club gyms, fitness classes and pools that are situated across the city. We have adult activities over and above that, such as our weekly health walks, which take place across the city. They are usually within our parks and green spaces. They are volunteer-led, and they're usually up to about an hour in length. And afterwards, usually the groups will go for a wee cup of tea and a biscuit. Great for the social aspect of things, as much as the physical activity side of things as well. We've also got vitality classes, which are specially designed for people living with health conditions. We have walking football, which is particularly popular for our over 50s. And we have lifestyle sports sessions, which is things like badminton, table tennis, lifestyle tennis, and social pickleball. We have kids' activities, your usual things that you'd imagine, like your football classes, your gymnastics classes, swimming and tennis. And we also have an adult and child disabilities programme, so things like disability swimming lessons for adults and children. We've got kids ASN football, and we've got disability multi-sport sessions for, again, adults and children. We've also got a wellbeing programme called Move Well, which is an 8-week block, and it's 90-minute sessions, and includes wellbeing information, supported physical activity, and community connection. And the workshops cover things like sleep, pacing, resilience, motivation, and it offers a chance for the group to really, it's a group-based thing, and it allows the groups to all really just chat and reflect on their own experiences and potentially their own conditions, and have that supportive setting for them. And again, that's free of charge. Right, I have rattled through that there. Now, as I say, I've worked for the programme for the company for 14 years, and even when I was researching this presentation, some of this was new to me. We don't expect people to understand all these services and then know which one they want to go to and then be able to find out when to go and when all that happens. So we have a programme called Live Well that can do that all for you. Okay, now whether you're a referrer referring someone in, or whether you're a person, you can be self-referred to this programme called Live Well. And Live Well essentially will support you to access the services that you would like to access within the community, whether that be a Glasgow Life activity or whether that be an activity which is an external one in the community. All right. So Live Well essentially supports people to become more active and connected in their communities. Local physical activity and cultural opportunities, and as I say, whether that's a Glasgow Life one or a non-Glasgow Life one, that's okay. It is an easy referral system, so you can be referred by a health professional or an organisation, or you can refer yourself, as long as you're 18 years or more, and there are different support levels that can be offered through Live Well. So I'm going to, in the next slide, just give you a wee sort of idea of the journey, but there are different support levels here. So if there's somebody who would like to attend a service but is really, really nervous about doing that, then we can actually pair them up with one of the advisors, and the advisor will attend that service with them in the first instance, maybe 2-3 times until they feel comfortable, and then we'll slowly sort of withdraw out and allow that person to integrate fully into the group. Equally, it might be somebody who just wants to chat on the phone and ask about where they should go and for a certain thing, and then be supported that way. So there are different support levels dependent on the needs of the person. So moving forward, really this is just a brief look at the journey of somebody that we would refer to Live Well. So this was David. He was referred by a community links worker based in the GP practice. He was contacted then at the assessment stage by a Live Well advisor, and the advisor found out what David's needs were and what his expectations were in terms of what the programme could do for him. The Live Well advisor then organised to meet with David. So moving on to the baseline plan at number 3, David explained that he was looking for volunteering opportunities to connect with his local community and meet new people. He'd spent many years caring for his mum, and now he wanted to help others. And David was also looking to get involved in art activities. So the next stage was the activity plan stage. At number 4, the Live Well advisor created an activity plan specific to David's needs and his wishes. At number 5 there, at continuing support, the Live Well advisor linked David with organisations that helped him access the services and activities that he was looking for. So for example, they linked him with Urban Fox that helped him they did repairs on his bike to allow him to then be able to attend more things in the community. He was linked in Melco Gardens, and in terms of Glasgow Life services, he linked in with the mindful art sessions, and he also linked in with Live Active, which is exercise referral, which I'll talk to you about shortly. So in terms of the outcomes for David, he reported increases in his or improved wellbeing. So he felt that he was now more involved in his community, and he was getting out and about more, and he was interacting with friends and family more. So for him, it equalled improved confidence, further connection with his community, and better mental and physical health. So the next slide here is just a wee video that we put together, and this is a man called Paddy who came through the Live Well programme, and just thought this was a nice
community-based activities, services and groups to help with their wellbeing. Our aim is focused on supporting people who may be lonely, anxious or having a barrier to connecting with their community. We have different levels of support and can find the right fit for anyone. Our most intense support, Navigate, is targeted at the communities with the greatest health inequalities in Glasgow.
Once I met Rosie for Livewell, that's when all the programmes all started for me. She introduced me into the men's group first, and I started that. Then they were just starting the work, just a couple of weeks after it. So I've been here for the very beginning, and I was looking after people when I was doing it, and they said, you'd be ideal as a work leader. The impact is massive, because when I started walking, I was doing it on my own. Like I was going around here, walking around, doing the green, but I was doing it myself. You're out 2 or 3 years, you're not talking to anybody. So if you're breaking that down to 1 hour a week, and you're talking to everybody, and you're still getting this, like you're getting more, reward for it. So I do other things, I do sing for fun. The group's all about mental health. It's not about you being a professional singer or being a brilliant singer. It's about just people who can't sing, who want to sing, but can sing in a group, because different voices make different harmonies, and once they come together, they can make a better noise than just one person singing.
Okay, so that's our Paddy. So as he'd said there, Paddy now, through support through Livewell, now actually volunteers at one of the health walks, which is great, and it's done him wonders. So in terms of Livewell, these are the contact details. So if you want to get in touch about anything to do with Livewell, we're going to be outside as well, we've got a stall outside. Then call the number, email, scan the QR code, get in touch to find out more about Livewell and how we can support you or anybody that you're supporting. And just very quickly, I know we're short for time, the Live Active referral scheme, so that's the scheme that I actually oversee. So Live Active is a referral scheme which is jointly funded by NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde and Glasgow Life. It is a referral scheme only, so it's not open to self-referral, and it's open to health professionals, link workers, etc. And this is where you've got somebody who there's a particular focus in physical activity and specialist physical activity support. Okay, so we support people to become more physically active, and we do target those who are inactive and living with or at risk of a long-term condition. The whole point of Live Active is to support someone. So this is for people who, they know the gyms are there, they know the pools are there, they know there's classes there, but they're not going to be able to get themselves there. There's just something there, there's a barrier of some sort for whatever reason. Live Active helps to remove that barrier, so they can meet with one of our advisors and they'll be supported into their physical activity options. And we do that by setting personalised goals with a person and also setting them a personalised physical activity plan, which is suitable for them. And it is open to anyone 16 years plus. And Livewell journey that I showed you with David is very similar to what the Live Active journey would be like. We would receive the referral and would follow very similar process. But the main thing here is about the support level. It's people who wouldn't be able to do it on their own. And we've got a quick story here about a gentleman called Mark. Mark's 32. He's deaf and suffers with severe mental health issues. And he was originally referred in 2024, but he wasn't able to attend his appointments. There was too much of a barrier there. He was too anxious and he just couldn't do it. He was re-referred, and the advisor worked with him and persevered and was able to get Mark to make that transition into the venue. And once he did so, he was off and running. His confidence levels have shot through the roof. He's now attending the gym regularly. He began by attending our what we call supported gym sessions, which is a group-based session with the advisor, and he's now graduated on to being able to attend the gym himself. And it's improved his mental health significantly. His mum is just absolutely delighted that he's been able to break that barrier and come into the gym, and he himself has said that he wishes that he'd done it sooner and that his anxiety hadn't held him back for so long.
I heard about the Live Active scheme when I went for a check-up with the nurse at my GP practice. She took my weight, which I was embarrassed about, and asked me, would I like to do something about it? And I said, I would. So she referred me to the Live Active scheme, and I started at the beginning of January this year and have been going to the gym and following a healthy eating regime ever since. The Live Active scheme's made a huge difference to me. I've lost over 3.5 stone now in weight. It's been inspirational to me, and it's given me a wee backup and a lot of support. and helped me along, and they've advised me on exercise, which was good for me to actually trim me up. And I feel as if I'm the slimmest I've been for a long time. Go for the Live Active scheme. It's one of the best things I've done for many's a year, and it's really helped me along physically, mentally and medically. So hopefully this is me, a healthy 61-year-old for the future.
So just to reiterate as well, it's not just about the gym for Live Active. The advisors give support on the gym or swimming or classes or community-based stuff, home-based exercise. There's a huge thing, because some people will just say to us straight off the bat, I do not want to go into the gym, and that's okay. The goals and the plan will be set, personalised to them. All right, so if you want to learn anything more about Live Active, then these are the contact details. That's my phone number. There's the inbox. Please get in touch if you've got any further questions. And I know we're really tight for time, so very quickly, if there's anyone in the crowd who themselves are thinking about getting active or getting more connected, or you're supporting anyone who you think, do you know what, they will not engage in those services, this is just not for them, then a quick snapshot of what is on offer can be found on the Glasgow Life What's On guide, that is the web link for it, and you can go in and search for different opportunities. And there is also the Glasgow Sport Activity Finder, and that is where you can go on and it's searched by postcode area. You put your postcode in, set a perimeter, and then you can filter by the types of activities you're looking for, and it will bring you up a list of things that are on offer in your area. All right, that is me. Thank you.